Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of the Georgia Weekly. My name is Robert Greene II, here to give you the news and the sports of the week. Our first story is Aaron Podolski's visit to Georgia University. He actually arrived at GSU on Thursday to speak at this week's presidential search forum, in which he was able to tell students, faculty, and staff about his ideas and plans for GSU in his potential tenure as president of this university. Podolski, who is currently president at University of Central Missouri, has also been a candidate for a position of administration before at GSU. In 1999, he visited the campus seeking to fulfill the position of provost and vice president of academic affairs until the search was called off by then incoming president Bruce Ruby in 1999. If you want to see the first few minutes of his opening remarks, go to gdaily.com, where you are right now, and watch it. And also look for this Tuesday's edition of Georgian to see his full remarks. In addition, next Monday at 4 p.m., the next candidate for president of GSU will be arriving on campus to speak to students, faculty, and staff. In other news, the Office of Student Leadership and Civic Engagement will be sponsoring the 4th annual Fall Leadership Conference in the Russell Union this Saturday, September 26th, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The keynote speaker for this presentation will be Dave Kelly, who was an inspirational speaker from Atlanta. His lecture is entitled 10 Steps to a Winning Mental Attitude, and he will also be holding 2 sessions during the morning. For more information, contact the Office of Student Leadership and Civic Engagement for information on other leadership activities going on through the course of the year. Also in news, on Monday, September 28th, the Chili's restaurant will be hosting an all-day event to raise funds for the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. This is part of Chili's Creative Pepper program, in which proceeds made gained on September 28th will be given to St. Jude's Foundation in order to help fight cancer and other deadly diseases for young children. Anyone who makes a donation at Chili's to the St. Jude's Fund will be given a coloring sheet to decorate or be displayed in the restaurant. In addition, t-shirts will be available for purchase and customization at any participating Chili's restaurant. And now on the sports. This weekend, the GSU football team has a tough test ahead of them as they play Elon University this Saturday at 1:30 p.m. This is the second conference game of the season for GSU. They entered the game 2-1 overall and 1-1 conference play. Elon University entered the contest also at 2-1. This is their first conference matchup. The Eagles will be looking to avenge the last 2 years of meetings against Elon, in which both games came down to the wire and both games turned into devastating losses for GSU. This is the beginning of a very important 3-game road trip for GSU. The next 2 weeks after the Elon matchup, including trips to Wofford and our first ever matchup against the University of North Carolina. Again, kickoff this weekend is at 1:30 p.m. and for more information on this matchup, go to gdaily.com or pick up this Thursday's edition of Georgian. Also, Eagle Volleyball is beginning their conference play this Friday at Wofford at 7 p.m. and will continue conference play this Saturday against Furman at 2 p.m. Women's soccer also begins conference play this Friday against Appalachian State and continues this Sunday against North Carolina. And men's soccer will begin their conference play against the defending regular season champion Elon this Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Lastly, today's SoCon Saturday schedule for basketball this season was also announced, and GSU will be featured in one of their games on January 23rd against Davidson College, which will be hosted here in Statesboro, Georgia. Thank you for watching this week's edition of Georgian Weekly. Make sure to come back again next Thursday for our next edition, where you'll get more news, sports, and information from the Office of Student Media here at GSU. Thank you and have a great day.